to my channel, Elemental Origins. My name is Starr. I am going to enter into the space today with a patchouli incense stick, and I was feeling all sorts coming to sit down for this reading today, which is for the new moon in Aquarius. And I was told I was gravitated towards patchouli because some of the collective are really going to have to really, it's like buckle down and take notice of your emotions through this moon, because you're going to have to release them so that you can catapult forward, was the overarching message that was coming forward. And patchouli is great for releasing bad habits, for overcoming lots of different ailments, and allowing you to step forward in the most sacred essence of life, and this being through your own dedication and turmoil I'm hearing. And I was feeling so many emotions before sitting down. I felt everyone's ancestors coming in, rushing in for this reading. I thought, okay, we're in for a reading today, everyone. But I have pre-pulled some oracle, and I'm going to live shuffle some tarot and end on some more oracle as well, everyone. And yeah, it feels like there are so many conflicting energies trying to be funneled through one singular point at this time, and I think this is how many of you might be feeling. It's as though everything is happening all at once, but energetically. It's like nothing is happening in your life right now that is pretty chaotic, potentially, but you feel pretty chaotic. And there's a method to the madness I'm hearing. And having the new moon in Aquarius, Pluto has just also moved into Aquarius, means that we are coming forward to an age where expanse is the only way forward. And, you know, it's time to really allow yourself to believe that you can have, see, be, and achieve whatever it is you want. And I feel like this reading is going to be a mix of so many things. And I think just brace yourselves, everyone, because I feel like some hard truths are going to be brought to the surface. I feel like some potentially harsh things might be shared, just so that you know how to move forward and progress, just so that you can face potentially bits of shadow, potentially bits of, you know, stagnant, outdated thought processes that you need to let go of, so that you can catapult forward and allow yourself to tune into the energies of this Aquarius new moon. Whatever is coming up for you, you have to take notice of this, because this is what you're going to need to work through, what you're going to need to process, so that you can move forward into those things that you're wanting to access and achieve. And yeah, it's like access is a really great word to use for those that might struggle with self-worth and believing that they can have whatever it is they want. Allow yourself to believe that you can access anything out of these universes, out of these realms, and that's within your right to have that. You know, this world is here and the universes are here, dimensions are here to be explored. You are an explorer and you came here for that reason. But take a minute to pick your pile, and I will go ahead with pile number 1. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. Let's see what oracle have already been shuffled for you. And I was being told that the first card is going to be the overarching energy, and I wasn't sure if this is going to be the energy of the person watching, the energies of what you are wanting to attain, or the energies of the highest vibration. And I'm hearing for you, pile 1, it's the highest vibration that you want to access is harmony. We've got Ouija board and caution. We've got Star family. You are part of a team of souls. Call in support. Raphael and empathy. And the final card we've got is Mabon and balance. And I'm being drawn to this crow here. And the other day I took a walk and I was with the most amount of crows I've ever seen in my life. The sky turned purple and it was a really profound moment. It wasn't until after the fact that I felt like I could really soak into the energies and feel what actually happened. I felt like I was in a different dimension. I felt like I wasn't in the space that I was in, and it was like I jumped somewhere else, and I ended up spending a really long time out on this walk, and I felt like I was doing other things whilst I was walking and not really knowing what I was doing. And that feels significant for you, Pile 1. With this Ouija board and caution, whenever I see this card, I always think of negative energies and conjuring up things that we aren't supposed to be dealing with. And whether it's this lifetime or another lifetime, Pile 1, this is something that you've had to karmically balance out this lifetime. And it's coming forward now so that it's like you have to have more empathy for your own journey, Pile 1. And the way that you can create more harmony is by having more empathy for yourself and allowing yourself to see that you can have a balanced life, you can live in harmony, but it's going to be up to you to take the reins and make that happen, Pile 1. It's like you've given over all of your power, your energy to a different source, I'm hearing, and you know, it's not for our guides to fix everything. There are things that we must do to change the course of action of how our life looks, and you know, they are here to support us. And especially if we're going through karmic retribution, karmic ties, it's like their hands are tied. It's up to us to make those steps, to make those changes, and perhaps those upheavals I'm hearing. But I'm going to pull some tarot. Feels like there's an energy of wanting to spill the tea, and I was hearing so many messages before I sat down, and I wasn't sure which pile it was going to be, and it's for you, Pile 1. Yeah, the Chariot. There's some information that's going to come to light, and it's like you have to speak the truth, Pile 1. Yeah, the Magician. It's like whatever happens now is in your hands, and yeah, you want stability. You want stability, you want grace, you want freedom, you want hope, you want love, you want a fast action towards, a happy life. But you feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're stuck somewhere where you shouldn't be. And yeah, it hurts. It's hurting you, Pile 1. But it's going to take you believing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You have to trust that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Obviously, this is just walking on a tightrope, and this isn't the energy that I was expecting, Pile 1. It's almost, I feel like my hands are tied. I feel like I can't say any more than what I've said, which I know isn't helpful. And it's almost like things feel scattered for me to even bring them forward. It's like you're sat in so many illusions right now, Pile 1. You're going to have to filter through everything. Yeah, Ace of Wands. It's going to take you trust in your intuition to get you out of where you are right now. I'm hearing the good, the bad, the ugly. It's like you have to face it all to be able to move forward. And yeah, this is perhaps this feels like romances of the past, Pile 1. And if it's not that, this is you facing your past. You have to face your past in order to move forward. Wow. We've got devil energy. And I'm not enjoying this devil energy with the Ouija board popping up, Pile 1. And this seems to be a frequent message for my pile number 1s. Yeah. Look to the stars. Look to your star family for help. It's a real Knight of Wands. It's gonna be fun, Pile 1, and you're not allowing yourself to feel like you can have fun. You have to come back to community. You have to come back to steering away from conflict. Okay, I feel like I'm getting more of a grasp of what this is now, Pile 1. It's like you are sat in your shadow energy. You are sat in your shadow constantly, I'm hearing. And it's bringing you apathy, it's bringing you a lack of peace, a lack of stability, a lack of what you truly want to experience, which is everything. You are pure of heart, Pile 1, but you're not allowing yourself to believe that, which is one illusion that needs to be torn down. King of Swords. It's like apply yourself to your emotional growth like you apply yourself to every other aspect of your life, and you will be able to balance out your own future, your own emotions, your own sanity, I'm hearing. I feel like you're battling with yourself and what you want. And we've got 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You want peace. You want a happy life. You want stability. Yet there's something you're not willing to walk away from to achieve this, Pile 1. And why? What is that? What is it that's holding you back? What is it that's keeping you trapped in a mental prison? It's like, it's so hard to read this energy. I'm really trying to grasp it as much as I can for you, Pile 1, but it's like everything is moving so fast and all at once. But there is a side to you that just wants to go and explore. Yeah, but it's like you're playing chess with yourself. And I said this in another reading not that long ago. It's like you're playing chess with yourself and you keep checkmating yourself into a prison. Pile 1. This is the energy that's coming through so strongly, and this can mean so many different things for so many different people. But yeah, it's just the mental mind. You're trapped in your mind rather than just stepping towards the light. It's like, stop what you're doing because it's not making you happy. This feels like it's attached to materialism. This feels like leaving your job and running away to the Himalayas and deciding you just want to sit on a on a rock and meditate all day. With 5 in the Hierophant here, it's like there is something you want to do that is so different from what you're doing now, and the only reason you're doing what you're doing now is because you feel like it's the only way to, it's like it's the only way to live this life, and it's so not, Pile 1. And I feel like this is very abstract for everyone, which is why I can't grab the full energies of what it is, because it's going to be so different for so many. But it's like the way that you're living your life right now isn't even making you happy, so why are you doing it, Pile 1? And you have to face why you're doing these things and where it's stemming from, where you feel tied, where you feel bound, where you feel like you can't step forward, and figure out why that is. Because you're not going to be able to move forward, because it's going to be up to you. No one else can do this for you. You have to make these decisions for yourself. You have to make these big decisions for yourself. But I promise you, Pile 1, this is the moon to do it, the year to do it, the time to do it. Moving into, age of Aquarius is just, it's just time. And, you know, there's been so many confirmations of we're all ready now. And you feel these energies, and it's given you a headache because you're fighting with yourself. It's like, yeah, I always see the blood spill on this card. It's like, I'm literally seeing someone beat themselves up, and you know, this is coming through with this energy. And in other spaces I work with some pretty dark and heavy, hefty energies, and if this is making sense to you in a cryptic sense of darkness being around you, please do not hesitate to reach out, because I will be able to help you in those realms. And I feel like that's what it is. There's some people here that are in some real dark spaces, and you know, that's coming through for others that are more just in their shadow. So I feel like I'm stood between the two realms, and this might be exactly how you feel. And if it's not that you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, it's like you see the light, you know what you want to do, or you feel you have an inkling of what your dreams might be, but you feel like you can't attain them. But bottom of the deck energy is a 9 of Cups, and it's telling you, if you lead from the heart and just, it's almost like, just jump and just go for it. Pile 1. Just jump and say yes to you. You have to say yes to you. And there has been a sprinkling of light within your life this whole time, Pile 1, but you're really sat in the dark right now, and it's so you can step forward into more light. That's the only reason where you are right now, is to help you step forward into your highest vibration yet. And you're allowed to have this. There's a feeling of you're not allowed to have this, but you are. I'm going to end with some oracle, because I feel like this is going to have to be a step-by-step process, Pile 1, for you. I feel like everything is wound so tight that you, yeah, I'm hearing like you don't even know which way is up right now. Action leads to success. And we are coming into the year of the dragon as well, which is really potent energy for you. And we've got 44 almost there. So something is well within your grasp, Pile 1. You just have to leap forward and say yes to the light. Yeah, I'm hearing this is like a transcendence of energy for most of you, which is going to allow you to reap the real rewards of life. And to you, abundance is harmony. Pile 1, this is something that you've missed. Abundance is harmony. It's never been about the money, I'm hearing. All you've ever wanted is peace. Yet going after what you thought you wanted has brought you the least amount of peace. And now you understand that. So you have to make change, Pile 1. Yeah, and it's feeling so strong. It's like you have to make change, or you're going to regret it looking back, is what I'm hearing. And that feels strong. And I was warned that these messages were going to come pretty heavy duty, pretty harsh, so that you can just hear the truth. And this is going to be the same for all piles. I speak positively of others, and maybe you didn't in the past, Pile 1. Maybe you didn't speak positively of others in the past. I'm trustful in my relationships, and maybe you weren't trustful in your relationships. I care for the earth, and maybe you didn't have any consideration for the earth. So look at these aspects. How can you rectify the past? Yeah, by living in truth. It's by living in truth. And we all have aspects like this, Pile 1. You know, this is not that you are the worst person in the world by any stretch. You know, we all have things that we could have done better, that we could have handled differently. But if we had at the time, you know, it's hindsight is a losing battle. You know, you always think, oh, I should have done this then, but if you hadn't have done it that way, you wouldn't have learnt the lesson. So remember that too. This is supposed to help you see things simply and plainly, because your mind is keeping you trapped. Your mind is playing tricks on you, Pile 1. And I think this is coming from this negative energy over here. And to me, we all battle negative energy. There are things out there, I believe, that don't want any of us to see any of us prosper, and it will come in and trick you. It will come and tell you things that are lies. It will come and share things with you that you need not be listening to try and keep you trapped. So remember that too, Pile 1. You have some enemies you consider friends too. You have some enemies you consider to be friends. So watch out for that. We've got 2 snakes. There's a snake in the grass, there's a snake in my boot, I'm hearing, which is Woody from Toy Story. So there's some reference there to Pile 1. It's a very cryptic message, because I feel like there is so many interweavings that are very conflicting, Pile 1. You might want to pick another pile to be able to expand out of this energy, so that you can see perhaps where you might be heading to, Pile 1. But that's all I'm getting for you. Thank you for showing up today, Pile 1, because I feel like it might have been quite difficult for you to even be here and to listen to these messages. And please know that they are said with the highest vibration from your teams of light and your ancestors and past over loved ones. I feel like are really, really here for you as well, Pile 1. It's like, yeah, they're holding your hands as you step forward into this energy. But you're going to be doing more than okay. You're not doing great right now, Pile 1. It's like where you are, you cannot stay here. It will kill you, I'm hearing. So make those shifts, because you deserve to be happy, Pile 1. Whatever that looks like to you, step forward and say yes to what makes you feel at most peace. There is something you're ignoring that brings you peace. Follow whatever that is, Pile 1. And, you know, you don't have to tell anyone else about this. Just do what feels right for you in your heart and keep following that path. Don't let anyone else deter you, because you know what it is that makes you happy. So go towards that. Give yourself freedom. And if this is, you know, upping and leaving and going into the middle of nowhere where there is no one else, go and do that, Pile 1. You have to set yourself free is the bottom line. But that's all that I've got for you today, Pile 1. If you would like an extended reading, please do not hesitate to reach out. How to contact me is in the description below. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and pass this message on to anyone that you feel might best benefit as well, Pile 1. But that's all I've got for you today. Take care. Bye. Welcome to your reading, Pile 2. Let's see which oracle wanted to come out for you first. And I was being told that the first card was either going to be the energies that you are in right now, the energies that you are most wanting to attain, or I can't remember the third option. Or it was like the energies that you wish you were feeling right now. And the card that I've got for you is victory and success. And it's interesting because the number 6 was the first number of a card on another pile's too. And I'm not going to share who that is, but if you did feel called to another pile, you might want to check that out, because there might be some, it's like inklings in there for you, pile 2. The second card that I've got for you is flowers and fickle. You're not alone. Isolation, connection, and community. Archangel Michael and enchantment. And this is Atlantis angels. I always say archangels, but it actually comes from the Atlantis deck, and I'm being drawn to share that. So Atlantis might have some messages for you, Pile 2, as well. Herbal Kitchen and Alchemist. Okay. What I'm getting for you, Pile 2, is that you are set to, I was hearing you are set for success and you are ripe to receive, and I think you're just starting to realize how not alone you are, Pile 2. I think you've perhaps felt very alone this lifetime. You perhaps felt like you were, I'm hearing Ella the Enchanted. I don't even know what that is. So that's relevant for someone, but you felt like you were an outsider your whole life, and I think you're starting to realize just how much of an insider you are, but in other realms, Pile 2, which is such a beautiful message to receive, especially at this time. And it feels like everything that you can do now to help self is just release the past. Your past is not going to look anything like your future, I'm hearing, and I think this is the only thing that is holding you back, Pile 2, is that you're afraid of receiving the same responses as that you got in the past. It's like you're afraid to step forward because when you step forward in the past, it's like everything fell down around you. You weren't understood. You weren't taken seriously, I'm hearing, and things have changed, times have changed, you have changed, and the world has expanded. And I think this is to my, my light seeds, my star seeds, my expansive souls. And, we're moving forward into an age where everyone is going to start to see the world in a very different light. And, I think this has been I know it's been an incredibly long time coming, and some of you might have been on this path for a really long time, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this time, and that time is now. So trust in that, trust in those energies, Pile 2. It feels like you are hesitant to step forward because you feel like you're going to be perpetually the outsider, and that just isn't the case. It's like you're going to be met with open and welcomed arms. And for some of you, this is like mass scale success too. Mass scale success, and perhaps you weren't even thinking you wanted this, but I'm hearing that it's been set up for you, Pile 2, because this is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be on a stage, you're supposed to be leading, you're supposed to be guiding, you're supposed to be at the forefront of everything. And I think that you've been working through a lot of ancestral karma for your lineage, and new ancestors are going to come into the reading, and yeah, they are heavily here for you, Pile 2. You have been the one to break so many bonds, so many chains, and your ancestors are incredibly proud of you. They are saying that it could only have been you, and it's almost like you've surpassed what they thought possible too. They knew you were going to ace the job, but just how well you've aced the job has actually floored your guides, Pile 2. And I can feel this. I can feel that energy, and that's true. You're not going to want to believe that, but it's true, Pile 2. You've aced it. You've aced the test. You've done it. For some of you, it's like your life is going to be so different if you can just start saying yes to yourself and stepping forward in a leading role. The leading lady, I'm hearing. And, obviously take what resonates, and all my readings are gender neutral, but it's like be the leader, be the main character in your story, but it's not even main character energy. It's like, no, you're supposed to lead the pack, Pile 2. It's like, if there is a wolf pack, you're leading it, Pile 2. And this is with the most open heart possible for everyone else in your pack. But it takes one to say, this is the way. Because you've been given access to that information. And, there's going to be so many people watching this reading too, Pile 2. So remember that you're one of many that feel the exact same way as you. So if you have truly felt alone at some point, remind yourself that there are so many others out there that felt the exact same way that you did. And I'm hearing perhaps there are more in closer proximity that feel a lot like you do now. And it's like, I feel like there's been massive shifts in energies around you. And I think if people once didn't understand you, they they now get it, Pile 2. They now understand who you are, how you work, and they understand that you perhaps were just very fragile. And yeah, it's like, I'm here, it feels like a wounded animal. It's almost like people want to take care of you, Pile 2. That seems like, if that's the energies that's coming forward. People want to take care of you, and this is not what you're expecting. And perhaps you're always someone that's gone after something alone. Like, you felt like the lone wolf, when actually it's like you were waiting to meet your tribe. And now they're here, Pile 2, which is such a beautiful message to receive. And you're going to have so much help along the way if you can just accept that the past is the past, and you get to have a fresh slate. I'm hearing it's like wiping the slate clean, and I'm hearing the emerald tablet too. So you might want to start listening to that. You are a very expansive Pile 2. There is a lot of energy here that is otherworldly, and I think you're either just stepping into these realms, or you've been on this path for a really long time, and you might be at that point where you just feel like you want to give up, and your teams are saying, please, please don't, because there's so much waiting for you. And I haven't even pulled your tarot, Pile 2. I feel like there is a strong energy guiding your life at this time, Pile 2, and it's your ancestors, because they love and appreciate you so much. They want to say thank you. So your ancestors have got you. If you don't believe that you've done enough to receive in this life, know that your ancestors are telling you that you have, and they are going to bless you. Ten of Swords, and it's because you've walked away from everything that no longer served you. Wow. Pile 2. And then we've got the Sun and the Wheel. Your energy is so expansive, Pile 2. I can't tell you. And the amount of love that you've given others it's just beyond recognition. So your ancestors are saying, remember what you've done for others this lifetime, because that's going to allow you to sink into the energy to receive. Yeah, you have a real hard time receiving, Pile 2, but you're supposed to be receiving the most. It's like you're supposed to be famous, Pile 2. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like you're supposed to be center stage. You're supposed to be idolized. And this is because you're just great. You're just great. And I knew there was more of a spill the tea energy with this reading, which felt very out of alignment, because I consider Aquarius energy to be very forward thinking and I guess outside of the box. And it felt like this was like, I felt like I was going like back to high school or something, and I was speaking with people's ancestors, and we were just like having a conversation, and shooting, just chit-chatting. I don't know how to describe the energy. And I was like, this doesn't feel aligned for this reading. It feels like, this is like a gossip reading. This is like a let me hype you up reading. This is like let me spill the tea on what's been going wrong or something reading. And I thought, this doesn't feel aligned. But I think it's because it's like your ancestors want to give you the feeling of those dreams that you had when the world hadn't tainted you. This might be from childhood, this might be from like, your teen years, when, you get asked what you want to be when you grow up, and, if you were like me, I said I wanted to be an astronaut, and they want to give you that feeling back of when you say something and you want it, it's like, it will appear, Pile 2, and it's like, they want you to have that, like, that childlike essence come back to you. And when you wanted to be, I don't know, like a rock star, it's like have it. Like, you do whatever you want, as long as it's making you feel good, because your energy will provide so much for so many. It kind of doesn't matter what you do, pile 2. It's like you can do whatever you want. And I think this might shock some of you to hear that, if you are in the healing modalities. And if you're in the healing modalities and you feel like you should have just been doing something else this whole time, listen to that calling, because there is something that is wanting to be birthed through you that perhaps isn't connected to, inverted commas, spirituality, but what you're going to bring forward is of a spiritual essence and nature. So you doing that is doing your spiritual work. It doesn't have to look a very specific way, pile 2. And I think this is the crux of the message for some, that you want to walk away from something, but you feel like you can't, because you put so much time, energy, effort into something, but it's just not aligning for you anymore. And that's okay. You get to decide what it is you want to do from now, pile 2. It's like you're getting a whole new life, Knight of Pentacles, because you've moved through a lot of healing so fast, pile 2. So fast. And yeah, you've been birthed anew with the Empress here. Divine feminine energy is really strong in this pile. And, you know, take what resonates. All of my readings are gender neutral, and you can be in your feminine energy while still being of a masculine vessel, if that's what you would like to label yourself as this lifetime. Take what resonates. But it's like the people feel like they are in the belly of their mother when they are with you, pile 2. And this might seem like a real strange message if you resonate with being a masculine this lifetime, but it's like your energy is really nurturing. And yeah, I've even the depiction of the card here with this woman holding her coins to her belly. It's like there is something about you that allows people to feel very held, but also very stable. You're very balanced in your energy. There is a strong feminine energy, but you have your masculine energy on lock too. And I feel like this is a surprise to some if you resonate as being a divine feminine this lifetime. It's like people think that you're going to be, I don't know, like wishy-washy, or, you know, all of those unbalanced things that people think is a divine feminine energy within spirituality, when actually, no, you've got your ish together, you've got your money together. And, you know, if it's not you've got your money together, you know the plan to get to where you want to be with regards to finance. And people didn't expect that about you, pile 2. It's like they now see that actually you've had a plan this whole time, and you've been slowly building towards it. And you are the magic, pile 2. You are the magic. If there was ever a question, people see now you are the magic. You are the one that makes things happen. And you make things happen for other people, and they know it too, pile 2. They know it too. They know that you're the reason why things have gone well in their life. Yeah. And perhaps you've saved a lot of people from pain, pile 2. And you're not allowing yourself to see that. You've helped save so many people. 3 of Cups, with sharing your love, your wisdom, your light, your essence with others. And people love you for that. You are seen as wise, King of Pentacles. You're seen as you are seen as a sage to others, pile 2. And I think the narrative has shifted quite dramatically from perhaps what you thought people thought of you, pile 2. Wow. Bottom of the deck energy, the Fool. But you're also very fun, pile 2, and I think this has taken some people by surprise. And this does feel like a hype you up message, pile 2, because I think you need it right now. I think you need to hear why you're amazing, and for you to be able to believe that. But I'm going to pull some oracle to finish on, to see where you can help yourself move forward through this very progressive new moon in Aquarius and release the past, pile 2. Wow. Tame and attain, 28. And you need to tame your mind, pile 2. Your mind is your biggest strength, but also your biggest weakness. Prayer and answered. Yeah, pray more, pile 2. And you know, I think a lot of people get very irked by and triggered by that word. And you know, I see prayer as just speaking out to ether, but I do like to say I'm sat in prayer because I don't know, it feels more sacred to me. But you know, what I pray to perhaps isn't the most conventional at this time. I'm very much in galactic realms a lot of the time, and you know, I'm speaking to higher dimensional beings in that space. So I'm not necessarily speaking to the usual deities, but I believe God as the energy and essence within everything. I believe in God, source creator. I don't believe in God as one singular man, one singular entity. I believe it lives within all of us. And it's like, believe in oneness, pile 2. Believe in oneness and believe that what sits within you sits within others. So you're going to meet others that can match your energy. Yeah, and the final card, see beyond the past in 23. And yeah, it's almost like you've had a massive glow up, pile 2. I think that, and I hate this phrase, but it's almost like you were the ugly duckling at one time and you're not that anymore. And I knew that these messages were going to be triggering, and I feel like they had to be so that you can hear it in the most plainest terms, perhaps the things that you don't want to admit to self or perhaps face. So anything from the past that's connected to anything like that, you need to let it go so that you can move forward and reap the rewards of a job well done. There is so much you've done and achieved already this lifetime, pile 2. I'm not going to take those cards, although I feel like I should have now. I'm trustful in my relationships, and this come out to another pile, and you have been trustful in your relationships, pile 2. I think that you probably had some years which were, you know, we were all learning, but I'm hearing you always spoke the truth in the end. You always confessed, and it's like you wanted to make things right. I give offerings that are genuine. Yeah, you are so genuine, pile 2. And I think at one time people didn't think you were, or didn't want to believe that you were. But now they are accepting you in all of your light. I am accepting because you've accepted others in their shadow, pile 2, which has allowed others to accept you now, which doesn't make any sense. That whole, what I've just said doesn't technically make sense, because I don't think you've ever been sat in a space of shadow, but people projected onto you their shadow. So the fact that you could accept their shadow means that they could then accept you through their own projection. So it's almost like you've helped other people transmute the energy of their shadow and allowed them to accept themselves deeper, because they were projecting on you. So when you, it's almost like you absorbed that energy for them, pile 2, and you transmuted that back to them, and you said it's okay to be you, and through that they are now accepting you as you are. And I'm not even sure that some people would be capable of understanding that, you know, they once were projecting on you, but it's almost like one minute they didn't like you, and all of a sudden they like you, and even they might be confused as to why they now like you, but that is what has happened at an energetic scale. That's just so funny, pile 2. I really don't mean to laugh, but it's I feel like I'm bowled over by what is actually coming forward in these messages, because it feels so much like spilling the tea that it's untrue. And it's tickling me, because I feel like ancestors are here and they're not letting anything slip anyone by, which is really funny to me. And yeah, I'm really grateful to be giving this reading today, pile 2. Your energy is beautiful, and they want you to appreciate you more. Whoa. Yeah, bottom of the deck, I spread joy. And if people haven't been flocking to you, pile 2, get ready for that. I'm hearing love interest, I'm hearing friends, I'm hearing job offers, I'm hearing people just want a piece of you, and you're not expecting this. You haven't been expecting this, but this is what you deserve, pile 2. So release the past. Release the past, see beyond the past, so that you can step forward into these energies. The universe wants you to accept you into the new paradigm. So let that be your truth, pile 2. It's time for you to step forward. But that's all that I've got for you today, pile 2. Thank you for allowing me to be your reader and for showing up today. If you would like an extended reading with me or to expand on any of the messages that I have shared with you today, do not hesitate to reach out. How to contact me is in the description below. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and pass this over to anyone that you feel might resonate with these messages. And yeah, it's been a beautiful read, pile 2. I'm incredibly in awe of your energy, and you know, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to know that there are souls out here doing such divine work, and with the level of humility that you have, it's almost like your ancestors want you to be a little bit more, be a little bit sassy, pile 2. Be sassy. It's okay. You can show up exactly as you wish to show up, and you will still be accepted. It's like you don't have a bad bone in your body, pile 2. You know, granted, we all have shadow, but it's like, even you have, like, it's like your shadow is not even dark, pile 2, which is so funny. You're just a really beautiful soul. Thank you so much, pile 2. But that's all for today. Take care.